Pop the top, it's time for a new video to drop, and today I'm going to be giving you my Royal Rumble 2021 reactions to everything that happened on the card, because you guys always ask me what my thoughts are on the current things that are happening in WWE, so I thought making a pretty concise video, putting everything into one video, would be very, very easy on my behalf. Now, kicking off Royal Rumble 2021, we had Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg with the shorts. Why was that man in shorts, first off? And second off, I thought the match was all right. I didn't think it was anything too crazy. It was much like your typical Goldberg / Brock Lesnar matches in the 2020 era, if you will. So seeing Drew McIntyre defeat Goldberg, that's all I really wanted from this match. I really did not want to see Goldberg win the belt. So I'm very happy that Drew McIntyre walked away still your WWE champion. Now moving on, we had Carmella versus Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship match. And I said it last night while watching the show with Brandon Does Everything and with Simply Better AM. I said it to them and we all agreed. Aaron even said it himself as well. Carmella and Sasha Banks have the best chemistry with each other. There is nobody else on that main roster I think that Carmella has better chemistry with. Sasha, I feel like she has a little bit better chemistry with Bayley, of course, but nevertheless, this match absolutely bopped. I cringed like crazy when Sasha Banks took that big time tope suicida from Carmella. I thought Carmella was about to lead herself, about to land on her neck. I got very worried. That match, though, overall was really, really good in my opinion. I was really, really happy with that match. Carmella, of course, took the L. Sasha Banks is still your SmackDown Women's Champion. And then we moved on over to the Women's Royal Rumble match. Now, if you follow me on Twitter at Phoenix Nitro, you would have saw my reactions last night, and I said it on Twitter, and I'll say it again now that I had some Betty Bye and I woke up and I'm still feeling the same way. I believe the Royal Rumble Women's 2021 match is one of my favorite Royal Rumble matches of all time, men or women's. I think that it is top to bottom one of my favorite matches of all time in terms of the Royal Rumble, and the reason why is because I felt like there was no wasted moments in that match. Now, I know you could argue and say that, well, the 24/7 title stuff that happened with Alicia Fox and R-Truth. However, I don't feel like that took too much away from the match, because in a Royal Rumble match, usually whoever is coming out next gets a little bit of their own ish in, if you will. So R-Truth and R-Truth and Alicia Fox being wrapped up with each other, I feel like that was fine. It didn't really take away from the flow and the pacing of a Royal Rumble match. It didn't last 2 entry numbers or anything of the sort. So I thought it was all right. Now, of course, I cannot not talk about this. The final 3 in the Women's Royal Rumble match was Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. Now, Bianca Belair came out number 3. She made it all the way to the very end, and let me tell you, the deep story that was told here, because as you guys remember, last year Charlotte Flair won the Royal Rumble. She then went on to challenge the NXT Women's Champion, but there was a big but in that storyline last year, because Bianca Belair was trying to take the NXT Women's Championship from Rhea Ripley. So all 3 women were tied together last year near Mania season, and now this year they were all 3 at the very end of that Royal Rumble. Charlotte Flair got thrown out first out of those 3, and then we had the 2 new faces, if you will, of the WWE going at it. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair had one of the best final moments in a Rumble in recent memory to me, and I loved that Bianca Belair won. She was my pick to win the whole thing, and I was very happy that Bianca Belair came out with that big dub. I was so excited for her when she picked up the win. So glad Bianca got the win. I am very excited to see her at WrestleMania going for either the SmackDown Women's Championship, which I hope it is, because her and Sasha Banks would be a banger, or against, you know, the Raw Women's Champion Asuka, which again, I feel like that would also be a banger, but I just feel like Sasha and Bianca is the move. I need it to happen. I need it. I want it. I gotta get it. Moving on, though, we had Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns in a last man standing match. And this match to me was so good until that unfortunate series of unfortunate events that happened at the very end of the match with the handcuffs. Clearly, there was something that was not supposed to happen. Paul was supposed to get them handcuffs open a little bit sooner. That referee came out a little too quick, and it got messy. And that's the only way you can really look at it. It got messy. It sadly tainted the way I look at that match, because before that happened, I thought the match was going really, really well, thought it was really, really good. And then that happened, and I'm like, man, just leaves a sour taste in your mouth, because of, you obviously know that, well, the finish is usually what everyone thinks of. And because of the finish being messed up that bad, it gets a little messy. I'm not going to lie. It gets a little messy. But Roman Reigns is still your Universal Champion. And then we lead on into the main event of the evening, the Royal Rumble 2021 men's match. We started with number 1, the rated R Superstar Edge, and Randy Orton at number 2. And Randy Orton gets like taken away midway through the first 2 intervals, basically. So Randy Orton's not here for the entire Rumble, which is very dumb. But Edge is here for the entire Rumble. Now, I'm not going to go through everybody that was in this Royal Rumble. However, I do want to point out some of my biggest pops of this match. Christian coming back. What? Christian coming back? I'll say it again. What? That was insane, bro. Me, Aaron, and Brandon all leapt off of our feet, yelling and hollering when Christian's music hit. We did not expect to see Christian. Another person we did not expect to see, and we also jumped up out of our seats losing our minds, was Carlito. I spit in the face of people who do not want to be cool? What? Carlito is back, and he looks better than ever. I hope Carlito gets one last run in the WWE, because he looks really, really good, bro. Carlito looks like he's in the best shape of his life. But we get to the end of the Royal Rumble match, and Braun Strowman is number 30. Why? I didn't like that. I did not like that at all. And when Braun came out at number 30, oh yeah, by the way, a couple spots before that, Seth freaking Rollins returns, and Seth Rollins, the Messiah, is back now. So when Braun came out, I immediately was like, oh no, Braun Strowman's gonna win the Royal Rumble. No, why, man? Why? We don't need Braun, man. Why? But Braun Strowman did not win the Royal Rumble. No, because Edge survived all the way from number 1 to the very end of the Royal Rumble. He eliminated Seth Rollins, and then Randy Orton, the slithering snake, slides into the ring from behind. Bam, RKO. He hadn't been eliminated yet. This number 2, he came all the way back. And then he lifts Edge up. He goes to throw Edge up and over the top rope. But Edge, he counters, he rotates, he grabs Randy by the back of his neck and tosses him out of the ring. And the rated R Superstar is now a 2-time Royal Rumble winner. Randy Orton did not do it. Edge is your 2-time Royal Rumble winner. He went from number 1 all the way. He ran the numbers. He ran the gauntlet. And now he joins Shawn Michaels and somebody we can't talk about as the only man to have done that. And I was so happy. Now, I wanted Big E to win the Royal Rumble. That was my men's pick. However, I will say this. I don't hate that Edge won, because if Edge wants to go after Drew McIntyre, that's going to be dope. If Edge wants to go after Roman Reigns, that'll be dope. I feel like Edge at the main event of WrestleMania, I hope that doesn't happen, because I really, really want to see Bianca versus either Sasha or Asuka in the main event of one of the nights at WrestleMania. That's just my opinion. That's how I want it to go. Now, let me know in the comment section down below. What was your thoughts for the 2021 Royal Rumble? And as always and forever, take it easy though, guys. Peace!